not the best. You coughing anything up?
Oh, buckets.
Yeah.
The timing's lousy. We're weeks behind on those townhouses.
Yeah, the rain, right?
Half the boys are down with it too. Can't schedule a thing. The developer's not exactly impressed.
How's the nerve rash?
It's fine, thank you, Doctor.
Only asking. That's the stuff I get paid for, remember? Yeah, it's a dreaded lurgy, all right, and it's got into your lungs. Not good. Gonna have to bump it on the head before it gets worse, eh?
Couldn't get worse.
Oh, yeah? Pleurisy, pneumonia? Told you not to play in the rain. You're not allergic to anything, eh?
Nope.
Right. All right, I want you to take one of these every 8 hours. Okay?
Thanks, Doc.
No worries. Plenty of rest to keep up the fluids. If you haven't got on top of it by, say, the weekend, I want you to give me a call. Come back in here again, and I'll be here.
There's no rest for the wicked, eh?
When would I get the chance to be wicked?
Mr. Calfos.
There you go.
Mum. In a second, Michael.
Mr. Calfos.
There you go, Mr. Bishop. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Look, I need $30, Mum. It's really important.
Oh, well, like, too bad.
No, you don't understand. I'm willing to work for it. You know, do washing up, take out garbage, donate organs.
You've already had your pocket money.
Mum, just this week, please.
And what's this extra money for, exactly?
It's a surprise.
A surprise.
If I could tell you, I would.
All right, you have an entire cupboard at home full of old comics and games, OK? You deal with that little problem, and we can talk.
You mean get rid of them?
Yeah, I'm sure the community centre would love them for their next fete. No correspondence, Michael, that's the deal.
I'll get back to you.
And I thought people only got mugged in private.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it never stops. He wants money for comics, games, movies, excursions.
And what thanks do you get?
Yeah, and what thanks do I get? I'm sorry, you've got 3 more of Kathy's patients before lunch.
Yeah, that's all right, as long as the break's doing you good.
Yeah.
We're not as strong as we think we are.
Well, you know what sort of shape she was in after the miscarriage, even though she did try to tough it out. Can't expect miracles.
What's the problem? It's a barbecue. Everybody dresses like this.
Jack.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Jack.
Yeah, mate. How are you? You remember Bron? Yeah, of course I do. This is Kathy.
Hi.
How are you? Jack's told us plenty. All of it good.
Me too. Here, let me help.
Cheers.
Come on, Bron.
Righto, we can get this party started now.
Here's trouble. I thought you said you were going to leave him at home.
I tried. He's sulked.
Hey, guys. Got some crazy, isn't it?
Hi. Kathy, we met at the surf club. Rumba night. How can I forget? Our little contribution. Thanks. I might get this out of the heat. Right, we'll give you a hand. Oh, great. There's so much food. It's wonderful. Jack's been busy. Yeah. It's hardly stopped. He's crazy about this place. You know, I think it shows in his work.
I like this one. It's so just weird. David liked it too.
Boyfriend, is he?
Yeah.
Doctor! Oh, thank God you're here.
What's the problem? You all right?
Oh, it's not me. It's my daughter. She's having some sort of fit. Hurry! She felt sick. Said she had trouble breathing. The next thing I know, she collapsed.
Right, is she asthmatic?
No.
On medication?
No.
Allergic to anything? Here we go.
Not that I can think.
Okay.
Unless it's the pills. I gave her some of the pills you prescribed this morning.
What? The penicillin?
I didn't think. She's got the flu, too.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, just get an ambulance. She's in shock.
Hell. I just didn't think.
Malcolm, now.
Can't you come to give me a hand?
Sure. Wanted a word away from the mob. Your advice, really. It's Deb. She's told you a bit of a fib, I'm afraid. About her boyfriend, Dave. It's just one more example, and it worries me.
Sorry, I don't...
They broke up a few months back. She's embarrassed about it. Embarrassed because she doesn't fit in. The other girls, well, you know what young girls can be like.
Pretty savage from memory.
Deb seems to have just crawled back into a shell. Won't even really talk about it. Not to me, at any rate.
And just because she broke up with a boyfriend.
Well, it's not just that. She's a bit of a slow starter with her periods. The other girls seem to be growing up so fast. Not that she's had any problems at first, but now something's not quite right.
Irregular cycle, you mean?
About 2 years ago, her period started coming at odd times. Now, not at all. Our local doc says there's nothing to worry about. He's nice and everything, but maybe he's not that up to date.
Well, there could be lots of reasons.
Would it be asking too much for you just to have a talk with her? She's very shy. I'm sure she'd prefer to talk to a woman.
Sure.
Mate, trust me. They'll let us know.
But you don't understand. I've got to be there for her.
Malcolm, it's intensive care. They'll let us know.
But she shouldn't be allowed on...
Jerry is in good hands. I'm sure we got to her in time.
Yeah, no thanks to me, right?
Well, you gave her penicillin. There's not a great margin for error if someone's allergic.
Well, Jerry was sick. Worse when I got home. I honestly didn't even think about it. I just gave her the pills. I wouldn't have even called you unless...
If she was that sick, why didn't you both come and see me this morning?
Well, you don't think I did this on purpose.
No, of course not.
Well, so what happens now?
Well, they wait to see if she stabilises on the steroids and the adrenaline. Then hopefully they can take her off the respirator. There you go, easy. It was an accident.
Jerry's all I have. Since her mother died, it's just been her and me. I feel I owe her, you know.
Dr. Harrison.
Yep, that's me.
Jerry Bishop, you had her admitted.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Chandler will want some details. Would you mind waiting?
Yep, sure, that's fine. We'll just be here. Guess I should ring Jerry's own doctor. He'll have more info, or is it a she? You know the name?
Oh, gee, that's tough.
Local, I know most of them.
Look, I'm not even sure if she's got one. You know how it is. Some people just don't get sick. Apart from the flu, I mean.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe this place. Everything's so relaxed. I thought you were going to start a sing-along.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, you had that look about you.
Okay, yeah, I was enjoying myself. I mean, thank God I got it off my conscience. What a thing to live with.
I was only saying...
Hey, you talk too much. But I couldn't agree more.
Hey, be serious for a minute. I want to explain something. Look at the work you've done here. You love this place.
Yeah, of course I do.
Well, I have to go back to the city. But you could stay here and paint. At least until you have enough for your exhibition.
No, I don't think so.
Believe me, I couldn't think of anything worse than being apart at the moment. Except perhaps you being unfulfilled with your work. Will you at least consider it?
Okay. How about no?
Malcolm.
It's all right, Jerry. I'm here. It's all right. It's all right, baby. Everything's okay.
Hospitals. They must have scared the life out of her. Well, you saw her.
Is that why you felt you had to be with Jerry?
The kid's frightened, that's all. She can't handle strangers. She wakes up someplace and finds wires and tubes and stuff. I mean, who wouldn't be? There's nothing wrong with that.
So this is the first time?
Look, I'm telling you, it's no big deal. Sometimes she gets scared. Hardly ever.
Scared? She was more than scared, Malcolm. How often has she been like this?
She's a perfectly normal kid.
Is she seeing anyone about it? Malcolm, this is important. You're obviously worried about it. Okay, fine. You keep it to yourself. We've seen your way of helping.
That was an accident.
It was a pretty serious accident, mate. Another 10 minutes and you...
All right. Look, she had a bit of trouble one day at Tech. This doctor.
Yeah?
He gave her some elephant drops, made her so dopey she could hardly talk.
What sort of trouble?
Well, like this. She gets frightened. Sometimes worse. Well, terrified, all right. She freezes up, can't talk, won't go out of the house.
And she's not seeing a doctor now?
She won't. I tried, but she won't. Not since that first time.
Right. Then what happened?
Well, then she dropped out of Tech. Said she'd rather work from home. And that was the beginning. And then she started drifting away from her friends.
She felt safer at home?
And I was pretty much always around. just seemed like she had a hard time fitting in. I thought if she had time to get her confidence back, but she's getting worse. She thinks she's cracking up. Well, one of us is, that's for sure.
So after uni, he wanted us to go trekking across Australia. You sure you don't mind wiping up?
For how long?
6 months. Never happened. We had a fight.
With your boyfriend?
Hamish. Sweet as they come, but couldn't change a tyre if life depended on it.
Sounds like Dave.
So how about you? Any plans when you finish school?
Not really.
Any chance you could go somewhere? Maybe with your friend?
Dave isn't my boyfriend anymore. I thought for a while we might get back together, but I think he's found someone else.
It's no good. Still, you know what they say about fish in the sea?
Gropers and flatheads, yeah, no.
Look, your mum will be here in a minute. Why don't we go upstairs for the examination? It's a little more private.
Sure.
Great.
The reliance on the father just seemed incredible. I mean, she only stopped screaming when she saw him, when she realised she was safe. And these panic attacks have been coming more often and getting more intense.
Yeah, but strictly speaking, this is out of our league.
Yeah, I agree. But if Jerry's so wound up she can't even bring herself to see a GP about the flu, I mean, what chance has she got of getting any other sort of treatment?
Yeah.
You know what, Robert? Apart from her little jaunt to intensive care yesterday, she has hardly been out of the house in 2.5 years.
Not kidding.
No. Malcolm says they've tried to fight it, but it's like she's bricking herself in. I mean, day by day, the walls just keep getting higher.
And she's only 23.
All the more reason I figure I should do what I can to get through, right?
Yeah, no argument. But don't rush it. At least not until you know exactly what you're dealing with. Getting her to trust you, I reckon that's the key. Especially if she's managed to keep it a secret this long.
Yeah, well, I saved her life yesterday. That should count for something. Besides, it does give me a legitimate reason for following up.
Yeah, it's a start, but you're going to need some backup on this.
Yeah, I was rather hoping you might know someone I could talk to.
You know, I've been thinking about it. 2.5 years.
Scary, eh?
Oh, come on, Mum, play fair. You said if I got rid of the stuff, I could have the money.
And I still want to know what it's for.
That's a rock concert.
Pardon?
A rock concert, Mum. They're my favourite band and they're only ever in town once.
Are they the ones responsible for that droning you've been listening to lately?
Yeah, that's the Stiff Kittens, aren't they great?
Right, they sing the song about the rail crossing accident?
Yeah, carnage at the crossroads. Mum, I mean, the words are gross, but they're sensitive too. Like, you can even hear the guys crying on the record. Oh, come on, Mum, you have to say yes. I mean, Dallas and all the other guys will be there.
Dallas? Isn't he the thug that ripped your shirt last week?
Yeah, all the other guys will be there too.
So you'll be running around in a pack, I see. Well, sorry, I've changed my mind.
Mum.
And there's no use going on about it, Michael. The answer is no.
Good timing, we've just finished.
You all right, Rob?
Why don't we all sit down? As I've explained to Deb, it seems there could be a problem with her prolactin level.
That's the hormone that makes milk.
If the prolactin level's too high, it can cause a failure to ovulate or menstruate. Now, in Deb's case, that could explain why she hasn't had a period for over a year.
And why, there's been milk.
I see. So can you fix it?
Well, first we do some blood tests, and when we find out what's causing it, we're on our way to treatment.
This won't affect having kids, will it?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that at this stage. Could be as simple as a hormone imbalance.
Kathy says 15 years ago they didn't know much about it at all.
But we do now, Connie.
Sorry. Like I said, the last time we saw a doctor, he didn't mention any of this.
Well, it's not always that easy to make a diagnosis. Symptoms don't always present.
No, I guess not.
Do I have to see this
endocrinologist? Yes, if that's what the blood tests indicate. Oh, it's not something I'd like to leave too long, either.
It's all so sudden. It's caught me a bit off guard. We'll be right, won't we, kitten?
Oh, good day. Hi, Malcolm. I was just driving past and I wondered how you both were.
Oh, right. Well, come in.
Thanks. Hi. Got a bit of a fright yesterday, eh? A bit of a problem, that. Taking someone else's medication. Did you know you were allergic to penicillin?
No.
No, well, that's the danger. I mean, people get sick, they grab hold of anything. How's the flu? Doesn't sound the best. Hang on, I'm forgetting. I'm not officially your doctor. Shouldn't be touting for business.
Well, they gave Jerry some
Tetracyclines?
Yeah, at the hospital.
Yeah, good. They ought to do the trick. Best to get plenty of rest, though. Hey, look at this. Silk?
Satin.
Right. Hey, one of yours?
No, the sleeves aren't finished yet.
Hey, who cares? I mean, you're talking to a guy who failed plasticine. This is terrific. What tech did you go to?
North side?
Yeah? Oh, I had some friends who went there. I am impressed. Guess plenty of design houses wanted to snap you up.
No, I didn't finish the course.
Too good for them, eh?
No, I just wanted to work from here.
Because of the panic attacks, was it? Well, that makes sense. I mean, home feels safer.
What have you said to him?
Look, Steve wants to help, love. You were in pretty bad shape at the hospital.
I'm okay. I don't need a doctor.
Well, there's nothing to get yourself upset about, Jerry.
I just thought that maybe we could have a bit of a talk.
Just make him go, please.
Oh, look, perhaps this isn't the best time, right?
Yeah, oh, look, it's cool, I understand, but...
Just make him go.
It's okay, it's not a problem.
Just relax, love.
How could you?
It was ridiculous. I didn't know what to say, what to do. Shouldn't have been there.
Brilliant observation. No, hang on. You've established contact, right? I've had a chat to John Lincoln. He's head of the panic disorder unit at City.
And?
He's waiting for your call, any help or information you need, and he agrees with you. The key is getting Jerry to acknowledge she has a problem and that she wants to fight it.
Yeah.
You get her to an assessment session, he'll do the rest.
I know the treatment I'd be applying. Toe of boot to gluteus maximus.
This is a serious problem, William. There must be thousands of people out there suffering like Jerry Bishop. Most of the time, we never get to see them.
Closeting themselves away from the big, dark world, you know. It's a frightening place, all right, but the rest of us manage to deal with it. Agoraphobia. Fancy word for spineless.
For starters, agoraphobia is a misnomer. Actually, it has nothing to do with the fear of open spaces.
Fear of panic.
Fear of having a panic attack in front of other people when there's no one there they trust to help them.
Guess I should ring this guy then, eh?
Yeah.
Well, whatever you like to call it, sounds to me like this girl needs a good talking to. Certainly not more mollycoddling.
Hi.
Well, look who's back.
Hi.
I must say, a week's rest works wonders. You look much, very relaxed.
Very.
Thank you. They said I wouldn't make it. What with the traffic and the smog? You know, your eyes really sting when you start to hit civilization.
That's why they call it the Big Smog. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Jerry, Steve Harrison. Just wanted to stop by for a chat. Is that okay? I'll stand in the doorway. I'll go whenever you want. I would just like to talk to you, that's all. It's important. Gave you a bit of a fright, did I? Sorry. Look, about what happened before, don't blame your dad. Coming here was my idea. I'm not so bad either, once you get to know me. Do you mind if I sit down? Thanks. Boy, what a day. You been busy? I was just wondering if maybe you felt a bit more like talking now.
No, I can't.
Oh, maybe you could just explain to me what happens, you know, like when you get
Look, no,
upset.
I can't. I can't because I'm just going crazy. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but...
Jerry, you are not crazy. I mean, your condition is called panic disorder. Oh. Besides, what's crazy? I mean, you're looking at a guy who turned down a fabulous recording career to become a doctor. No, I'm serious. Not good about it all. Weekend in the south of France, Scandinavian groupies. But who wants the adoration of millions when you got all those Ferraris to pay Rego on, right? I mean, and besides, the clarinet, it's a very demanding instrument. What?
The clarinet.
Easy, I'm sensitive. Look, the point is, though, that crazy it's a pretty subjective word. Dangerous, too. Ah, look, I bought some stuff for you. I thought maybe you might like to read about other people, how they handle this. Can I use the phone? Just got to make a phone call to the hospital. I've got a patient expecting twins.
Come in, take a seat. Thanks, Kathy. Right, I've spoken to the endocrinologist and he has the results of the blood test and he's expecting at the hospital at 3.
Why there?
Convenience, really. They've got all the latest equipment at their fingertips, so the other tests will be over and done with before you know it.
Don't worry, Mum. Kathy's explained everything.
I know.
Connie, they're only tests. And I'll be over later.
Look, I can't fight it.
Tell me, what is the worst thing that could happen?
That I'll die. It makes me feel like I'm dying. He won't let me breathe. I try, but I can't. My throat all closes up. My legs begin to shake so badly that I can hardly run. My head's bursting. It makes me feel like I'm gonna die.
Maybe I can tell you a little bit about what happens.
How would you know what it's like?
Well, I reckon I know how I'd feel if I knew there was a man-eating tiger waiting outside that window ready to come straight through there and attack me. I reckon I'd be sweating a bit. My heart rate would go up. I'd start breathing more rapidly. I'd feel giddy.
Look, you don't know what it's like.
Anyone would feel the same. See, what I'm saying is that whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, it triggers an automatic physiological response. But what you have to realise is that that tiger is coming from inside you.
I am not imagining it.
No way. Your tiger is real. But your tiger is fear itself. Fear of having a panic attack in public. Look, here's what happens. Now, you get frightened, right? And you start to overbreathe. Well, that's too much air going in too fast. That decreases the carbon dioxide in your blood. And that causes the trembling, the headaches, the dizziness, the fear that you're going to pass out.
You don't know what it's like.
Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that I know how you feel. But I do know other people who have learned how to control the fear. Look, there is a breathing technique we can try. A way to begin learning how to relax again.
So you're saying that I can change the way I feel, just stop the fear?
No, I'm saying that you can learn how to control it. Look, here. We can go from there. Eh?
Setting targets?
Yep, you take everything one step at a time. Say, here, the curtains. You can open them a bit. Get used to it. Then maybe the front door. Open that a fraction. Once you realise that you're still okay, then you can open them a little bit more. Set yourself a goal to reach each day. Maybe you can even go outside. Sit in the garden, watch people go by. Little by little, you start fighting back.
I want to, but I can't.
At least think about it. Yeah? Look, read this stuff. Let it sink in. And then maybe tomorrow I can come back and we can talk some more.
Well, I don't believe I'm even talking to you, especially here. I don't normally let anyone in.
Well, most doctors have bedside manner. I give great front door. Ah, thought I recognised the car. Hi. Yeah, I'm just on my way. Tomorrow then, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Good. Bye.
Yeah, bye, Doc. Well, what's all this?
Dad, I want you to read it. Steve's been explaining there are counselling groups for people like me. A lot of major hospitals have them.
Oh, is that a fact?
Well, look, I've got to try something. I can't stay like this forever, you know. I don't want to stay like this forever.
Oh, well, some doctors talk a lot. Oh, well, don't get me wrong, sweetheart. Steve's a good bloke, no question. But he's not the one with your problem, is he? Anyway, I've got some nice fresh bread for lunch from that new place I told you about. You hungry?
Sure.
Yeah.
Dr. Breen, report to surgery. Dr. Breen.
How's my star patient?
All right. You talked to the specialist?
Yes, he's brought me up to date.
He says it's a tumour.
No, Connie, he didn't say that. He suspects it's a small growth on the pituitary gland. He wants Deb to have a CT scan to make sure.
What's that?
Oh, he told us, Mum. They just take some photos.
Where are you going?
The toilet, Mum.
No doubt about you. You've got her on a string. She's more relaxed about this than I am, that's for sure.
Well, this is a good hospital, and the specialist is one of the best.
But this tumour, it's serious, isn't it?
No, that may not be the problem, Connie. When we get the results of the CT scan, we'll talk, okay?
Jerry? Jerry?
Dad?
Oh, where were you?
In the garden. Look, it was all right. I was nearly out there for 10 minutes, and nothing happened because I was ready for it.
Oh, listen, you're getting way ahead of yourself.
No, I just have to keep telling myself that I can control the fear. I mean, it's still going to happen, but it doesn't have to win.
But there's reams of that stuff. You've hardly had time to skim through it. You can't expect to just...
I thought this was what you wanted. Are you going somewhere?
Well, it's the 25th. I'm going to visit your mum.
Oh, didn't remember.
It's all right, love. Just an anniversary. Lose track myself sometimes. Look, we can talk more about this when I get back, okay?
How long will you be gone?
I'll be back as soon as I can. Oh, come here, you. I'm going to tell her about you. Those last 2 designs. She'd be real proud.
Wish I could come. I could bring those flowers, you know, the red roses. She loved them.
Yeah, she did. Oh, and if Reg rings, tell him I'll be back after 6. Got to pour that concrete tomorrow, no matter what, all right?
Yes, sir.
And take it easy, okay?
Well, you're getting on or not?
With that French surgeon, Philippe Pinel, when was it? About 1798. Now, he invented clinical analysis in the morning and the brandy Alexander not long afterwards.
Excuse us, he gets a bit expensive when we're dining with the accountant. Come on, all drive. The jag.
So tell me, you look so relaxed. You must have had a good break, huh?
Nah, you can't exactly call it a complete break. There was a little consultancy work.
Don't look at me like that. Can I help it if people ask me questions?
Well, I know about the mother and daughter we had in this morning.
We had a barbecue, Julie. You know, a friendly excuse to down some brandy Alexanders and burn some meat. Suddenly there's a queue and all roads lead to Kathy.
It's an eye-opener, that's for sure. The horror stories. Connie has a friend with a lump in her breast. She just didn't have the follow-up to see her through.
You're kidding?
I mean, all communities should have support networking for women. They need creches and counselling groups, antenatal classes, crisis teams. When we talk about women achieving some level of independence, these are the things they need.
Like a women's health centre?
Exactly, and they do it so well.
Sounds like a commercial.
I think they're terrific. So arrest me.
Oh, hell! Come here. Oh, darling. Up. Oh, you tried to go somewhere.
I thought I could.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, that's the way. I'm here now. Nice and easy. Oh, you got the cart a bit before the horse, that's all.
I can't do it.
Oh, shh, sweetheart. You don't have to talk about it.
I thought I could go to the cemetery on my own. He said to set goals. but I just can't do it.
Well, you don't have to do it. I warned you not to get your hopes up.
This is what happened to her, isn't it? That's why you never talk about it, because it happened to her.
Look, you're not making a lot of sense, love. Let me get you one of your pills, eh?
I'm talking about Mum. That's why you never mention it, because it happened to her.
Your mother died in a car accident.
And she was crazy, and now it's happening to me. Just say it. Just tell me the truth. Why do you treat me like an idiot?
Look, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Now, let me get you one of your pills and I'll put you to bed.
Listen to you, for God's sake. I can look after myself.
Oh, really? Oh, Jerry, I didn't mean that. Oh, Jerry, please. I didn't mean that. Oh, darling.
You're lucky you caught me when you rang. Excuse the mess. Trying to clean up a bit. Here.
I said I wanted help with Jerry. I was wrong. As of now, we'll deal with the problem ourselves.
Why?
Well, I appreciate you think you know what you're talking about, but you don't know how impressionable she is. It's plain bloody dangerous.
Look, hang on. Can we just, like, start at the beginning?
Well, all that stuff you filled her head with. Those pamphlets. You got her so excited she tried to catch a bus.
A bus? You're joking.
It might be fine in a textbook, but she was bloody terrified today, and I'm not going to let you do that to her again.
Look, Malcolm, for starters, I never meant for Jerry to try anything this fast. I just wanted to give her a light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel. Where is she now?
Asleep, thank God. I gave her a sedative.
What sort? Who prescribed it?
Well, one of the ones she had from before. What difference does it make? You weren't there. You didn't see her. She was just about climbing the walls. I had to do something.
So you handed over out-of-date medication. Doesn't this ring a vaguely familiar bell?
Oh, all right. I'm not perfect. But I'm just telling you. And it's nothing personal. Just stay out of this.
If that's what you want.
That's exactly what I want.
Right. You and Jerry can go back to your codependency.
What's that supposed to mean?
Codependent facilitator? Take your pick. I mean, you're trying to help, but you're making things worse.
You're blaming me for this?
Sometimes the best intentions in the world can cause more harm than good. It's like helping an alcoholic or any other kind of addict.
I'll bear that in mind.
Malcolm, look, get some distance on this. I mean, look at yourself. You've cut back your work to help, your social life. I've treated you for a nerve rash, high blood pressure.
Jerry happens to be my daughter. I can't turn my back on her.
That is not what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. You've got to be cruel to be kind, right?
Jerry has to learn to walk on her own. The more you or I or anyone else tries to prop her up, the further she gets from her way out of this. And there's something else to consider. You said it yourself. What if the ambulance hadn't arrived in time? You gave her the penicillin. You were only trying to help then.
Look, I've tried this letting go routine before. It doesn't work, believe me. I know. When Jerry forced herself out of the house today, she was heading for the cemetery to see her mother.
So?
Well, her mother's dead because I killed her. Because I wasn't there the one time that she really needed me. So don't you talk to me about getting tough. Don't you even dare.
He'd been covering for years. I mean, she wouldn't stop drinking even after Jerry was born.
What? I still don't get the connection.
Well, see, Malcolm did everything that he could. He cajoled, nurtured, threatened. One day he couldn't take it anymore. Emptied the scotch down the sink and told her he was leaving.
And?
Well, she grabbed the car keys and headed for the bottle shop. Lost control. Car drove off an embankment. They took 4 hours to cut her out. She died before they could operate.
Blames himself for the mother, wraps the daughter in cotton wool to compensate. Down the plug hole go both of them.
Exactly.
Holy Julia, what a mess. Does Jerry know any of this?
No.
Well, maybe that's the place to start.
Eh?
You know, hang on, hear me out. I think this could work, unless you have any better ideas.
Finished.
Michael, your shirt. How many times have I got to tell you?
Sorry.
Look, about this rock concert business. I know you're disappointed, but I'm glad you respect my wishes.
That's okay.
Just out of interest, have any of the other parents given their permission?
Yeah, the kids probably don't even tell them. Look, I've got to go. Might be late.
Now I really feel like a louse.
What? About the rock concert?
Yeah, well, at least Michael came to me, and how do I thank him? I tell him he can't go. Terrific. How to alienate your kid in one easy lesson.
Oh, well, the joys of parenthood. Here, take your mind off it. I've been doing a bit of rejigging with the roster. Tell me what you think. Thought we might give Kathy a bit more time with her acupuncture patients.
Great. Could be just what she needs.
Why, what happened?
Oh, nothing. Just might help us settle back in again. After a couple of glasses of red last night, she started talking, you know.
Julie, no littles, okay?
Well, it's just, I got the idea that she was still upset about the baby and the partnership, you know.
What? She's not happy?
I didn't say that, Robert. It's just that, well, she did start on again about the Women's Health Centre.
Terrific.
Well, it doesn't mean to say that, you know, it's anything to worry about.
All right, William, you got a sec?
Robert, shouldn't you speak to Kathy about it
no,
first?
it's all right. Don't worry. You've done the right thing. Come here.
Well, if she really wants out, that's all there is to it.
No, we don't know that for sure. That's not why I told you. Until she's made up her mind, kid gloves, all right?
Oh, for heaven's sake,
Well, at
Robert.
least attempt a little discretion. Kathy's not just staff. In case you haven't noticed, she's almost family.
We're all fond of the girl, Robert. There's no question of that. And these last few weeks have been damned unfortunate. But there is a larger question at issue here. Our patients require our premium attention. And what do we give them, It's bound to be a less than perfect service if one of our colleagues is dissatisfied.
Sounds like you wanted to go.
Not at all. But if she does, then we should approach it like a surgeon would approach any painful resection, with compassion and precision.
No, William, I'll talk to her.
I think not, Robert. This time, I think not.
Hi. Your dad tells me you kicked off the training wheels yesterday.
Sort of.
You still got the pills?
Why?
We should throw them out, love.
Sleeping through this isn't going to make the fear go away. And besides, that's not what they were prescribed for.
So? Look, I've tried, okay? Believe me, I read that stuff, and it doesn't work. And don't tell me you know what it's like, because you don't.
You're the boss. Just thought you might have had a bit more guts.
Do you have any idea what I went through yesterday?
I know what courage is.
Oh, that's right, under Chapter 3? Great, that's
I
all
know
will help.
because I know what your dad went through. Why don't you tell her?
Stay out of this.
Tell me what?
Malcolm had to be pretty tough himself once.
This is about Mum, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
And she was crazy, and that's why you never talk about it.
No, she was... Look, she was an alcoholic, and the reason I don't talk about her is because I can't, because she should never have been in that car, and I was the reason. It was raining. We'd had a fight. She wanted more to drink. I said no. She wasn't in a fit state to drive. I couldn't stop her. I didn't.
The point here is that nobody wins. I mean, he's taking the blame, but it's not his to take.
Why didn't you tell me, Dad?
You want to talk about courage? I don't think you'll find a better example. It's not love we're talking about here. It's too much love. And it's happening again. Only this time, it's your addiction. That's why you have to try again. Malcolm, he's got rid of that baggage now. He won't be holding your hand anymore. He's got his own life as well.
You can't blame me for what happened.
I can if you don't try to fight this. Look, Jerry, believe me, I don't enjoy confronting you, and I know that your dad doesn't either. But if I don't, and he doesn't, then you won't. And you're the one that has to. You're the one that needs to. Remember what we talked about before? Get desperate? Get angry enough to want to change? You tried once. You have to try again.
See you later. Julie will fix you up.
Okay, thanks, Dad.
Bye.
Yeah, Kathy, you got a moment?
For you, William, always.
Ah, jonquils. Beautiful.
You're not here to talk about jonquils.
No.
You have your serious voice on. There must be something wrong.
Kathy, I've always thought we had a good team here. A hodgepodge of personalities, of course, but the right sort of balance. Now, it's clear to me that you're unhappy, with me in particular. You want change, I resist it. You want a partnership, I reject the idea.
Well, it's not you, William. Not just you.
Of course, it's impossible for me to put myself in your shoes, but if I'd been turned down for a partnership, I'm pretty sure I'd be considering leaving the practice.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it.
Well, I don't want you to leave, Kathy. Whatever's been said or done, I don't want that. Robert, of course, would be devastated.
I haven't made my mind up.
Well, I don't want you to think I'm pressurizing you, Kathy. Far from it. But Well, if you did decide that your future lay elsewhere, then Robert and I would understand, and we'd both support you. Reluctantly, of course. We both care about you, Kathy. We both want you to be happy.
Thank you, William.
Well, now, perhaps this evening you'd give us the opportunity to put aside the cares of the practice and join two friends rather than two employers for dinner.
I'd like to talk to you both about how I see the future, but I need to talk to Jack first. There are some things I have to discuss with him before I tell my other friends.
Oh, Michael, I'm glad you're here. I've been thinking about this all day. And if you can promise me that you'll be home by 11 and you won't go tattooing your knuckles, I've changed my mind about the concert.
You mean I can go?
Yeah, you can go.
Oh, Mum, thanks a lot. You're the best. Can I go and tell the guys?
Yes. The stiff kittens. Oh, you already had the ticket.
See, it's really funny, Mum. See, what happened was...
Do I really want to know?
Not really.
Hello. Kathy won't be long. Just have a seat. Thanks. One day, Michael Winters. One day.
That's it there. It's called a pituitary adenoma. The specialist said that. It's a fancy word for brain tumour, though, isn't it? No, it's close to the brain, but it's...
Tumours kill you, don't they?
No, Deb, now let me explain. I know it sounds terrifying, and a few years ago it was considered a very serious condition, but not now. Look, the CT scan shows it's a small growth on the pituitary gland.
It's still a growth. Why doesn't anyone say what they mean?
But I'm not going to die. No, Deb, you're not going to die. With any luck, you won't even need an operation. The drug we use now is very effective. It's called bromocriptine. Once it starts working, that black smudge should be even smaller.
Yeah?
Within a few weeks, the prolactin level should start to drop, and we should see things get back to normal.
You mean you can fix everything?
Well, fingers crossed. The treatment has a very high success rate.
But if you hadn't have done those tests...
But the important thing is we did do the tests, and she's going to be fine. Think about it, Jack. What am I achieving here that 1,000 other equally qualified doctors couldn't do in my place?
Yeah, but you can't just chuck it all in.
I have no intention of doing that. William's right. It's not that I'm unhappy in the practice, but it's always been a compromise. I want to do things my way. I want my own practice.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. I mean, how can you afford that in the city?
I can't, but I don't want to practice in the city. I mean, just talking to Connie and Deb these last few days, they're typical of women in the country. They don't get the sort of medical treatment or the follow-up they should have. I could get what I want and give those sort of women the health care they deserve.
What, you'd start a practice up there, you mean?
Okay, it's far-fetched. And I certainly haven't thought through all of the details, but was it possible? Could we make it work?
That's not fair. You're talking about a very big step here.
Yes, but could we do it?
Look, I get up in the morning, I paint, I get tired, I fall asleep. Now, that's not a complicated lifestyle. There's much more at stake for you. But hell, why not?
Jack.
Hey, careful. Chances doesn't wash out.
Do you really think we could do it? There'd be so much to organise. The house, the practice. I'd have to start from scratch.
And you'd have to leave here. Now, think about that. You're all fired up now, but these people are your family. Could you leave them behind?
Well,
And look, if you're not happy with that decision, you're going nowhere, and you know it.
Focus. Relax.
That's all right. You're going great.
One step at a time.
That's her problem.
Oh, God. Just
Her problem.
focus. Just control the breathing. Relax. No.
Just take your time. No hurry. Can't or won't. Come on, Jerry, you can do this. You set the goal. You wanted to walk to the cemetery.
I blew it, okay? See, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
You tried, Jerry. That's more important.
Yeah, 100 metres. Great.
It is. Further than the bus stop. I seem to recall you even got as far as the corner.
To turn the corner, in fact.
Yeah, but the only thing is was that it felt so awful.
It's sure it felt awful, but you still did it. It started and you fought it.
Yeah, sure.
Look, today was a victory, Jerry. OK, so you're not breaking any land speed records, but still, you're getting there.
He's right. Who cares how long it takes, eh?
You weren't bad either, by the way. Nice control. Look, this is just step one. Learning to get on top of the fear, learning that you can handle it. You'll beat it one day.
Don't rush me, OK?
The only rush is to get you onto a panic disorder program with other people with the same problem. Then we'll really start to see some progress. You might even find out what causes the fear. Then, who knows? Anything's possible. Jerry Bishop, dress designer to the stars.
Yeah, and Steve Harrison, pop star.
All right. So I get a bit enthusiastic sometimes.
You really think I can do it?
Maybe.
Thanks, Mrs. Howard. See you next time. Have you seen Robert?
He's upstairs. Why?
Hi, I thought you'd gone back yesterday.
Oh, Mum wanted to stay for a bit of shopping.
Everything's okay, isn't it?
I just wanted to come and say thanks, you know, for seeing me and everything and knowing what was wrong. I was starting to feel a bit left out, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't help breaking up with someone either.
No, he's just a guy.
Maybe you could talk to him, try and stay friends.
Why? He's more interested in surfing anyway. Besides, there's someone else I'm kind of keen on.
Really?
Big secret, Mum would have a fit.
Sounds interesting. Keep me posted.
Okay. Anyway, thanks, Kathy, for being there.
Pleasure was all mine, believe me.
Gotta go. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Repeat after me. Steve Harrison, you are a great doctor and a brilliant humanitarian.
Sorry?
Jerry Bishop. She's going to make it to treatment and under her own steam. I'm willing to make bets.
I'm happy for you, excuse me.
These figures are ludicrous. Man couldn't order his way out of a paper bag.
Well, you hired him, William.
Excuse me, is this a bad time?
Depends on whether or not you prove of creative accountancy. What's the problem?
I don't think it's fair to keep people in the dark, especially when you've come to a decision that affects others. Obviously, there's still a lot of detail to be worked out, but I'd prefer to give as much notice as I can.
Notice?
Yes, I'm thinking of heading back up north, Robert, permanently. I'll be setting up in practice on my own or working in consultation with someone else.
Well, what happened to the Women's Health Centre idea?
Well, that was never really a consideration in this. I think I can make a real contribution. The hospital is good.
Well, if that really is your decision, then we should be grateful to you for letting us know so promptly. At least we know where we stand.
Well, obviously it won't happen overnight. There's still a lot of details that Jack and I have to work out.
Any way we can help?
My friends will be the first to know. Well,
Robert, I promise you I
know.